All right, so I am going to show you how you will find a client that is waiting to be vaccinated. So if you go into the vaccine event, which is WDG University Center Guelph, we can click this here um, and scroll down. You'll find your client list here. Um, Currently, there is only one client. Um, I will show you how to filter. So on the right-hand side, there's this filter option. The reason my client is not showing up right now is because I have the filter set to dose 1 checked out. When you're looking for clients to vaccinate, you would want to have it set to dose 1 checked in because your clients will have been checked in and are waiting to get their vaccine. So if I open up show more here as well, I can add dose 2 checked in and apply, and that will have everyone that is checked in, regardless of what dose they're waiting for, they will be shown in this list. So I filtered that down, and the client that I'm waiting to see is Banana Apple, and they are showing up in this list here. So I will open up this client. I will note that that status bar here is moved along to dose 1 checked in, and I will go up to the top right and select administered dose. The vaccine is populated with a drop-down. So this is the vaccine that is linked to our vaccination event. If, for example, you select this and nothing is populated, or you notice that it's not the correct lot number or not the correct vaccine, I would suggest that you double check the vaccination event and make sure that it is correct in saying WDG University Center Guelph. If it's not correct, you would just select this pencil here and change that. So we'll go back into administer dose, select our vaccine. Again, just making sure that that is the right vaccine. Hit next. This is the Pfizer pre-screening assessment form. It is very important to note that when you're reading these questions to the clients, you're only selecting the checkbox if the client says yes. So if I'm scrolling through and they say, for example, yes, I am, I'm on blood thinners, I would select this checkbox. But if they say no to everything else here, we're just leaving it blank. The only one that we do need to make sure we're selecting is this pre-screening assessment completed. You have to select that one, and it won't actually let you hit next unless you do select that. So again, just want to make sure that we are not selecting any of these boxes unless the client says yes. So now I will select next. The first thing on this page we want to do is consent for service. The vaccine is populated from that drop down that we selected before. For Pfizer, there is a diluent that is required. It doesn't look like they have populated that into this training environment, but please make note that when you're vaccinating with Pfizer, you will need to select the diluent that will have been assigned to your vaccine. The name will be something that includes Pfizer sodium chloride, and then you just would want to verify that it is the correct vaccine that has been assigned to your location. If you are using Moderna, there is no diluent required, so you would leave that at none. The route is always going to be intramuscular, and the anatomical site will be left or right deltoid. So I will select left. Date and time will stay the same because we are entering this information into the COVax system at the same time as we are vaccinating. The reason for immunization is pre-populated from that client account, so that should already be there. And then the final piece we need to fill out here is vaccine administered by. So this is where your own name goes. So for purposes of today, I will just put test, but you would just want to make sure that you are putting in your name and making sure that if there are perhaps two people with the same name, that the RN number or whatever identifier number that you have provided is correct. So once that information is all filled in, we can hit next. We will have a quick summary here. Good to double check that the vaccine that you've selected is correct, and same with the diluent. Then we can hit next again. And we will finally hit finish. You'll notice that the status bar has now moved over to dose when administered. And at this point, the client will go and they will sit for 15 minutes and they will wait to check out. Now, just a quick troubleshoot. If you do not find your client within that vaccine event, you can also search with this list here. So if you go under clients and you select the drop-down, if you find the list for checked in clients, you will be able to search within this list for your client. And the reason that might happen is perhaps this client was assigned by mistake to another vaccination event. And if they missed that at check-in, that's why they wouldn't be listed under the clients for your vaccine event. So you would just search for the client within this list, and then when you open up that record, just make sure to change the vaccine event to WDG University Center Guelph. But otherwise, that is the full dose administration process. And we can stop recording now.